How's it going, everybody? We're back.
What's up?
How you guys been? Good?
Man, we've been good. We've been good trying to get through the remainder of this year.
Year's almost over. We're just trying to make it to the end of the year, unlike other people.
Come to that show.
Because you never know, because it could have been an alien versus human type war that should have been going on around this time, right? Isn't it? Because they were saying like
that predictor had the alien invasion for like December 3rd or something like
that.
What? He said the Trump interview with Rogan was the interview that kind of like was the catalyst.
Yeah, like 36
like
days after that, that's when the aliens invade, and it's predicted like tsunamis and different things.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
But I think it was already supposed to have happened.
Yeah,
wasn't it like last week?
December 3rd it was supposed to happen.
Yeah, any day now. So. I've been thinking about quitting comedy and just start. I'm gonna start shooting CEOs. I want people to like me.
I mean,
for real,
it's a good way to work your audience.
Low key like you because they actually don't know what you look like, but we'll identify this dude. Like that looks like the.
Just don't flirt. If you're gonna shoot somebody, don't flirt with the cashier on camera before you do this thing.
Honestly, if I shaved my head and beard, you guys probably would have a hard time recognizing me.
No. I mean, it would be either you or Jesse ever. I mean, like it would be between you guys.
Yeah, don't do that.
Maybe I'll get a pink mohawk then.
Yeah,
really lean into it.
That's the thing now, dyeing your hair. So
I have zero comment.
I'm gonna get my hair dyed like the Golden Lords.
He's actually gonna be really happy we mentioned him.
Never heard of him. I think I'm gonna re-dye my hair. Speaking of that, because ASU's on a win streak since I did this, so I got to redo it. You know what I mean?
It matches your fucking shirt too. So
ironically, it did. Yeah.
Yeah, so just the politics and people saying
shooting CEOs.
Yeah, shooting CEOs.
There is politics in that though.
Dude, it is because
who's mad about it?
I don't
know. Who's got the most to gain?
Well, like the millionaires and billionaires are probably a little. Mainly, like the really rich people are probably a little freaked out about the response.
Oh yeah, because they don't have United Healthcare to begin with it, so they like, oh man, are we next? We next? You know what I mean?
Right, dude.
But they all have to pay for protection.
Right. Yeah. Right. The crazy thing about it is like, look, I know a lot of people that got their claims denied who wouldn't be able to get a surgery because they want you to go and take a medication that they actually do not cover. Like, you want me to take a medication that they don't cover first before getting the surgery. But like, did you see that? I think it was Blue Cross Blue Shield just came out. I think it might be them. It could be somebody else. That's only covering half of your anesthesia during surgery.
Yeah, then they ran it back like immediately.
I was about to say, don't y'all be talking about my damn healthcare insurance.
But it's that kind of
bring them into it.
But it's that kind of announcements that just set people off, though.
Yeah, this is BCBS here. I'm banging on y'all. United Healthcare, y'all suck. That's why y'all don't got to see me.
He's a healthcare crip.
I'm a crip because of my healthcare. I was walking fine before I went to the doctor.
2 vaccines later, why did my legs not work?
But man, that was a pretty interesting thing because when you look at the video, like I think everybody jumped to the conclusion that this was a hit. I don't think not one person was like, this was just something random.
Oh, no.
It was. I wouldn't say hit, but it's definitely targeted. Because it could have went way better.
Yeah, but I mean, even the
Jorge
gun
was there.
Even the gun that the dude used.
I've been arrested for shooting my gun. Okay, I am a professional.
Even the gun the dude used, he used the James Bond type golden gun looking thing.
That huge ass like silencer.
Silencer on the front, like
the silencer was bigger than the whole gun.
Yeah,
yeah, like that's some stuff that I seen on TV. Like, you know what I mean?
It jammed every time he pulled the trigger.
He was using a kill tech.
That's not a professional. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah. So, but I mean, the dude even took it to the, I guess the shells. Had carvings on it.
Yeah, he wrote on the shells. That's Bond villain-esque right there.
Dude, look. Even if he's not a professional, he's somewhat a professional. You know what I mean?
Right.
For him
and he was ready for the gun to jam. He knew how to clear it and still got, 5 shots
Didn't
off
panic.
At least. Yeah. Did not panic.
Kept walking towards him.
He knew it was going to happen. He cleared it immediately, put the next one in and
kept walking towards him, not panicking and backing out.
But why would you use a gun that you know is going to jam? Like,
well, maybe he didn't have a silencer Like maybe that's the only silencer he could get, and the only gun that fitted or whatever.
Maybe both came off of Temu as a package. As a package,
build your own gun
and silencer. Yeah, we made it by a 3D printer, but
he bought the gun at IKEA. He had to put it together.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so
I was watching one of the Delta Force guys broke it down on one of the podcasts. He goes, that 20, I think it was a 22. It doesn't even need a silencer. It was unnecessary. That's why it was jamming.
Yeah.
So that's why he goes, that's why he's not a professional. He goes, you know what I would have done? It is funny watching these crazy dudes who killed thousands of people talk about how he would have done a hit. He goes, I would have just walked up right behind him and just shot him in the head. That's a professional hit.
That is. For
and he goes, and if I whoever hired that guy, he goes, I would give him drugs afterwards and just OD him, and he's done. You're never going to know where it came from.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. And that's the type of thing that you got to look at too, because
if somebody hired him, he may have just been a guy that figured out how to kill somebody he didn't like.
And how do you know?
That dude, it could have been a gay affair or something. We never know.
It could have been. That's a good point.
Because how are you going to know where that guy's at?
It could have been his lover.
Yeah,
Lamar. I think Lamar's onto something with this.
No, he's right though, because how do you know what hotel the CEO of United Healthcare is staying at?
Right.
Exactly.
That's what
he was meeting him there for sex.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
He was supposed to blow him and he blew him. Allegedly. He was supposed to blow him and he blew him.
Yeah. Said, you want to blow me? I'll blow you down.
He blew his back out.
For real.
He blew his back out.
That theory makes a lot of sense to me. And then he wrote on the bullets to make it seem like somebody else.
In cursive.
Right.
In cursive. That's a long game.
That's the gayest hit of all time.
Cursive is the gayest way to write. You heard it here.
No cursive? Come on now.
I couldn't get my hand to do it if it wanted to.
That's
wild.
The gay mafia took him out.
You know what I mean? The Gafia.
The gay mafia hit.
I mean, it was a 22. Come on now.
And did you see the suit he was wearing? And all
they killed him with a 20. It was a 22.
Yeah, it could have been a big black gun instead, but instead he used the 22.
Yeah. What's a 22? A little small gun in your hand?
Tiny, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
it's the gayest gun.
The gayest gun.
That you can use. That's what I'm saying. And with a silencer on it. Come on now. You couldn't get any.
And he took off on an e-bike. Took off on an e-bike.
You're right.
You saw that picture with the mask pulled down.
Yeah,
he looked pretty.
He looked pretty feminine.
And then the dude had
high cheekbone ass.
He had a book bag full of Monopoly money.
Oh my God!
Like dude. Why?
And he went to Central Park. Yay!
Oh, gay, bro.
Gay.
He probably went to go look for sex after that.
Oh. Well, he's got to celebrate, you know.
Oh man. Well, you need an alibi. You need an alibi.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
We figured this out. If you guys need us to come down and NYPD needs help with this, we just cracked the case.
We did.
Yeah. Start checking the gay clubs.
Right.
That's where he's hiding out.
It's a New York underground gay scene.
Just check the CEO's hard drive. His name is probably in there.
That is too fucking funny, bro. That's crazy. But I mean, just people getting offed in general, because they were saying that he had outed Big Pharma about something. I never really read into, find out what it was said that he did with Big Pharma. That's what they were saying, that it was possibly related to. Like
Interesting.
He went against Big Pharma.
I didn't hear that.
We know how that happens.
Or was it a rival healthcare company taking him out?
That would be wild.
Healthcare gang wars.
Aetna was taking them out. Like,
well, they are the biggest drug dealers in the world, so why wouldn't they serve?
Mercy Care.
And also the most insane business to profit from. They're like, we choose who lives and dies and get money from that.
Well, did you see
how is that a thing?
I want my fucking Ozempic, all right?
Why would I pay you if you're going to ever say no when I need the money to save my life?
What am I paying for?
It doesn't even make any sense.
What am I paying for?
But did you see how they even came up with cost?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For insurance companies?
No.
It's crazy. Like, they just basically just went in there and told, doctors and all of this, I you know what? Let me go back. I'm gonna get the information on that because I don't want to misquote anything as far as that. But it was like a whole devious way where they marked shit up for no fucking reason. Like the prices aren't even. It don't even make sense. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like that dude who was marking up the HIV drugs with like 4,000% or something crazy.
That dude was nuts too, and he.
Like they're not all not nuts. They're all not like that.
You know, what's the crazy thing about that dude is that he got in the beef with Wu-Tang Clan.
Well, he bought Wu-Tang's album.
That album. And then saying he was gonna trash it or something crazy.
Oh, he was gonna burn it.
And Ghostface was like really ready to kill that dude for that, but probably But that dude, you know what I mean, marking up the.
He went to jail.
He knew
he
could.
Because he could. And who's gonna stop? Nobody's gonna stop him.
Yeah. So and I think he even did it as a hey, look at what we can do. You know what I mean?
I control your life.
Like you know. But yeah, man.
And now you wonder why somebody gets shots over this stuff after somebody messes with. But let's go backtrack a little bit on what all the decisions he's made the last 2 years as a CEO, and see how many people's lives he affected.
Facts.
Even just from the time when he started his job, he made like $2 million a year, and now it's like $9 million or something. Like he inflated his own salary, like
he did
by that much.
Well, he gets a vote on if he gets a pay raise or not. That's like Congress. Do we get a pay raise this year?
So crazy.
Yeah, we get to vote on our own pay raises and shit.
Right. And nobody's gonna say no. We don't want.
I don't want that.
And
government
you know what?
money.
He was ugly too.
Unfuckable, is that what you're saying?
Who, the guy that did it?
No, the guy that got shot.
Oh, okay.
He had like an ugly mouth and just.
Well.
He had an ugly mouth.
I didn't like his face.
That's the first thing you saw when this happened?
Yeah. Well, no, when I saw his the picture they were putting up to make people feel sad from him, I was like, fuck that guy.
They didn't give him the Trayvon Martin treatment. Put a picture of him, like a baby picture of him and shit.
You know what's crazy about the fact that you are okay with him dying just because he didn't look right? Yeah, that's just one less ugly person in this world. Damn.
And then the other crazy thing is what his wife's response to this stuff.
Oh, he was married.
I think it was her. I think she did it, and this whole stuff is just to throw everybody off.
She wants that insurance money.
Yeah, because they're still technically married, but they've been separated 5 years.
Yeah. Oh, that's very weird. She was like, you know what? We got to hurry up and speed up this process.
Yeah.
I am not getting the money.
Well, not only that, exactly. She came out and was like, I think somebody's been trying to kill him for like the last 3-4 days or something like that.
I thought he was going to say 3-4 years. Oh, 3-4 days.
She's getting death threats and bomb threats to the house and different things.
And if it's one person, that's crazy. But multiple people, that's even crazier. You know what I mean?
How many people did he piss off? He's got all these.
Facts.
Then the other crazy thing is they can't find the person who did this.
Mm-hmm. That's what's wild.
They don't even know the person's name.
That's all right. When RFK gets in office, we'll figure it out.
It's actually very, very, very impressive to shoot somebody on a New York City street
Manhattan.
and be able to disappear. Because there's cameras
on that
everywhere. Yeah.
You got a picture of his face, and you don't know facial recognition. You don't know who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that seems like somebody higher up killed his ass.
He knew what he was doing. Not saying that he was the most professional, but he definitely was
he had a plan.
He was there for a job.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing. Like he did it with he was probably somebody from I don't want to say a country's name, but it's possible. I mean, because think about the equipment that he used to carry it out.
He did look
It
Jewish.
wasn't like it wasn't. Oh, I did not say that, sir.
Oh, I was asking.
I don't know which. Yeah. I don't really talk.
They're good at it.
Jewish isn't even a real thing. Those are aliens that stole Black history.
Did the guy's pager blow up?
Thank you. I wanted to say that, but I didn't want us to get canceled.
No, I'm on it. I got you, buddy.
Thanks, man.
The CEO's pager didn't blow up, so he's fine.
But I mean, just people getting taken out. We had Epstein go to jail. You know what I mean? He was in jail for a little while, and all of a sudden he dies. We got Jamie Foxx now.
Wait. He didn't just die.
Yeah.
You sound like Epstein fell asleep and never woke up again. He didn't just die.
I mean,
got choked out.
Neck was snapped.
They said his neck was snapped. I thought, what did he do? I thought he
said he hung himself, but the thing that was broken in the front. It was broken to where somebody was.
Yeah, it doesn't usually break like that.
That's a certain amount of pressure is needed. because a certain amount of pressure is needed to break that.
I know the hyoid bone. That's how they typically
maybe if they
with a strangulation.
drop you off
That's what I'm saying.
Or but like
he
can't do that
in your double ceiling cell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Just the mafia guy he was in the cell with, who was a bodybuilder, just happened to be in the same cell as him.
Yeah, definitely. If his neck.
Wait, it was a Jewish bodybuilder. Is that what you said?
Jewish bodybuilder.
I didn't. Never heard of such a thing.
His traps are circumcised. Anyways, back to who else has been.
So Jamie Foxx, he got a lot of controversy around him because he got sick last year, mysterious illness. It was said, like I was looking at some stuff yesterday. He was with Diddy and he complained of a headache.
Yeah, and he got the booty drip.
And I guess Diddy gave him a pill, and then he said he just went into a coma, didn't know what happened for 20 days. You know what I mean? And it's said that he's the one who called the FBI and alerted them about Diddy.
Jamie said that in his new special.
Yeah, and they said, but we don't know what that special said, so it can be a lot of fake news type stuff jokes. Just to get us to
just jokes
to watch the special, right?
That's what I would
run
do.
up those numbers, right? And then you get in there and you say stuff, but it ain't really necessarily saying Diddy did it.
It's just satire.
Or you can say something like, "Oh, everybody think Diddy did it." So we don't know what that special is going to look like or what he's going to say, or even if this is true. They saying that Jamie Foxx, it came out his mouth recently that Diddy had something to do with it. I haven't seen any video about that or anything, so I don't know. But I get a lot of my news from Snapchat and
very reliable sources.
Probably not the best place to get news from because they be capping. Yeah. I ain't never don't nobody fact check nothing on Snapchat.
If Jamie Foxx took Diddy out, what did he do to him?
Well,
what was Jamie Foxx wearing?
So what I was from my Snapchat news, it was saying that
Snapchat news.
So Jamie Foxx would go to these parties, right? And for his own record, you know what I mean? Just because, he had these parties, he would, be on his phone and be like, "Hey, I'm outside with Diddy." You know what I mean? Just on some archive, you know what I mean?
Teaching him a lesson.
And they said Diddy didn't like that he was recording all the time. You know what I mean? It'd just be like, how we do stuff. We at the comedy club, and we're like, "Hey, what's up? I'm here with Eric, blah, 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 blah." Yeah. And it really was no intent, I don't think. But Diddy didn't like that, and it was really rubbing Diddy the wrong way. You know what I mean?
So he gave him the old booty drip?
He gave him that, that drip. He gave him that drip. Drip drop.
That's scary, though.
Yeah, to get drugged by the guy who likes doing things to buttholes.
Yeah.
Now,
was Jamie Foxx at Diddy's house when he was in a coma for 20 days?
No, he ended up going to the hospital.
Jail, but I guess he was hanging out with Diddy.
Thank goodness he made it there.
I'm saying. Probably wouldn't have seen him.
I mean, can you imagine getting drugged and waking up and you're like, "Oh, thank God I'm not at Bill Cosby's house," and you're at Diddy's house instead?
You hooked up to a colostomy bag because you can't shit the same.
Talk about human centipede,
Yeah, so that's gonna.
That just ran through my mind like, oh my God, dude.
Yeah. This guy has a very interesting thought process. Human centipede.
I'm thinking about Jamie Foxx's life, dog.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. booty hole.
Who are some other controversial people that got taken out?
John F. Kennedy.
Abraham
Lincoln.
So Gaddafi. Gaddafi got taken out.
Lamar's personal hero.
He is, to be honest, he is. Did you hear about that whole thing, though? Like, the reason why he got taken out because of that UN speech.
Yeah, that he wanted African banks and all that stuff.
Well, the biggest thing was the fact that he was saying that the UN was operating in whoever was involved in the UN, like the countries were operating in their own cover your ass type situation. You know what I mean? Like, they weren't really about policing the world, but it was like, hey, if we do things, then we can cover it up and we can do this. So Gaddafi didn't like that. And during the UN speech, he addressed that. And then he was like, and if that's the case, then what happened to JFK? You know what I mean? What happened to Martin Luther King? What happened to all of these people? And then all of a sudden, he get offed. You know what I mean? So
Took him a while though.
it took him a while, but that's the thing about it, because they had that little rocky relationship until he, they invited him to the UN, and he was like, all right, I'm rocking with y'all. You know what I mean? And then they was like, oh, okay, yeah, he on our side, we good. And then he was like, oh, no, well, we ain't gonna trade oil, you know what I mean, unless you actually got gold, bringing that dinar in the play. So that dude got murked, sodomized with the bayonet of a gun, you know what I mean, like in front of people.
He got diddied.
And they were saying Putin was watching that video because he was friends with Gaddafi over and over again. So, and that's why he has absolutely no trust for the West. You know what I mean? So, and I could see that.
Yeah. Putin shouldn't trust the West, and we don't trust him. So
we don't trust him, but.
Do we trust anybody really?
Nope.
This
is the biggest, baddest bullies on the block.
The problem with that and the Cold War, Russia and American relations is kind of like the Crips and the Bloods. Somebody got killed back in the '60s. It was a Crip, and we still fight
I know,
this day
so dumb.
for this person. You know what I mean? Like,
it is a lot like that.
It really is.
Yeah,
you know what
there's
I mean?
like periods where it's colder or hotter.
And it's like, man, the people that are alive today don't have nothing to do with them people that long ago. You know what I mean? But we're going to keep fighting about it.
It sucks.
Well, yeah, it makes money, so.
Oh, yeah, we
War
gotta
makes
sell
money.
bullets. Yeah.
War makes money. I mean, the Roths or whoever those people are, I heard they were, funding each side of the war since I don't know how long.
If you're not shooting bullets, you're not buying bullets. So
True that. What are some other controversial we took you out type situations?
Brittany Griner.
Jesse Smollett. Oh, I'm sorry.
Say Brittany Griner.
Okay.
Jesse Smollett died?
No, he didn't die, but
He got taken out?
He almost got taken out by some Africans.
By himself?
By himself.
He got taken out by himself?
He put a hit on himself, and it didn't work out the way it's supposed to.
Speaking of putting a hit on yourself, I read a theory that's what the CEO guy did.
Oh, really?
He put a hit out on himself.
Why?
But they weren't supposed to kill him.
Oh, huh.
What are they supposed to do?
Yeah, what is this theory?
Make it seem like for sympathy.
Sympathy votes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they got him.
Sorry, sir.
Or the same token, he's not really dead. He just did it to fake his death because of the wife shit.
It'd be sick to fake your own death. I dream about that sometimes. It's like
I know,
moving somewhere.
If Tupac was still alive, that would be dope. Tell me that won't be dope.
That
if he just resurfaced,
what about Biggie?
Man, bro, I was doing the Machiavelli. Like, I had put everything out there to told y'all I was alive.
Biggie, somebody would have seen Biggie by now if he was still alive.
Yeah,
and nobody was seeing Tupac?
It's very hard
really
to
dumb fat
fake the death of a person that's so big in the car that it's going to be hard for him to miss the bullet. You know what I mean? That was the worst hit. Like, you should have tried to strangle her from the back seat. Yeah. You know he don't got a neck. So it's like...
He's not going to die like MC.
Shoot from the neck up. The bullets are not going to penetrate the body. Did you guys hear about that fat gangster that took like 30 shots or something, but they all just got stuck in his blubber? He was he was like 400 pounds or something, like a huge fat dude. It's back in the 50s. Some like mafia guy, yeah.
I haven't heard about that. It happened recently?
No, it was like in the 50s or whatever, like a mafia guy.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, old school.
That's amazing.
That's crazy
Pretty cool.
to survive that.
You get shot with a 22?
Have to go to jail after that. Like.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it would suck to get shot and have to go to jail afterwards.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you got some complications.
It happens a lot.
Happens a lot more than you think.
Because a lot of people that get shot have illegal guns on them.
Or they're robbing somebody.
But shit, Trump. That was another person.
That was an
assassination attempt.
That's like the biggest one of the last like few years.
I would say, of this century.
Like we haven't had like a serious assassination attempt.
I know people need to step their game
that I remember. Besides
that is as huge as it was when it first dropped. Because I mean, like you don't hear nobody talking about it as much. You know what I mean?
That's why I think it's bullshit.
Yeah, that's what I kind of like. You know what I mean? Like it died down.
Trump wouldn't stop talking about that shit. Where him almost getting taken out. He would talk about that all the fucking time.
Yeah,
that's why I think it was a setup.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he probably set it up. But That's wild, man. Like
a week later,
twice.
it was over. Like nobody even fucking gave a fuck.
It's twice. Like, you know what I mean? That they tried to do something to him. That's crazy. Yeah. Man. You know.
Yeah, somebody's on Trump's property for fucking 24 hours. Nobody knows.
Yeah, right.
With a fucking sniper gun.
Where the heat sensors at? You know what I mean? You should be able to detect a body on your.
Secret Service dogs can't fucking tell somebody's in the bushes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you think it would be fun to like hunt a man?
You know what? I don't.
Depends on the terrain.
Know how. I mean, I think it depends on how rich you are. Yeah. No, for real, because
we could just start. You know,
look, I truly believe that there are people that are so rich in this world that they're bored with everything. You know what I mean? Like they can go do trips around the world. They can go stay in the country, you know, for a year if they want to. They can do, you know, go on a spaceship. You know what I mean? They can do everything. Yeah. But what's next? I mean, because I used to talk about this, like the Hunger Games. Where did that idea come from? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not the only movie like that. They used to have a movie called Band in the Hand back in the, I think, 80s, where it was a bunch of ex or convicts that they just released out. You know what I mean? So these is stories like this. So if you're talking about a place like Epstein Island, you know what I mean? That's an exclusive island. And you get I mean, they already, you know, bringing in people for sexual stuff. You know what I mean? And don't nobody know, or well, people know that they got kidnapped or whatever. But it's like they disappeared and nobody
knows
really
where they're at
about them. You know what I mean? And you get a bunch of people like that, and I mean, and it's probably some willing participants. You know what I mean? Like, hey, if you survive this, then you can get $1 million. And it's probably some people that don't got nothing else to lose. Like I've been homeless and on the streets and addicted to drugs. You know what I mean? I've been surviving. Why not?
And those are the hardest ones to kill.
Yeah, exactly. So imagine, you know, them actually saying you got all of these elite folks that are crazy that's been killing people anyway. They've been killing people through drugs, pharmaceuticals, war, food, all kinds of stuff. So they don't really care, you know what I mean, about the American or people in general. So imagine that. You know what I mean? That they just
would you do it?
Send people out? No, I'm not. No. Hell no. I got a conscience. You know what I mean?
Even if the person was willing.
If the person was willing, no, I'm not with that. That's crazy. Hunting a person, that's wild.
No, I'm just asking.
Now, I will hunt a person.
If your life depends on it?
Yeah, if my life depended on it, or you did something crazy, you know what I mean, to my family or something like that.
It just depends on the terrain where I'm at.
Yeah. You know what
I mean? Like,
water, I'm not doing it.
If I have to hike, no. In the mall, maybe.
Swimming, no.
Swimming, no. Anything with stairs or uphill, I'm out.
This should be Diddy's punishment. Diddy just gets dropped somewhere randomly, and now it's not illegal to kill him.
Now that would be interesting. That's one man. Whoever brings Diddy back better.
$1 million reward for whoever kills him.
Yeah. He has to survive 24 hours on one of the little Hawaiian islands with Delta Force Navy SEALs chasing you.
Right.
And live broadcast that shit.
I mean, if you really think about it, if people are that willing to go to the extreme, have an island, and, you know, do all of these different crazy sexapades, why the hell wouldn't they do it with murdering people? Because look, as far as humans, we have the sexual aggression. That's like automatic. You know what I mean? We always have that. That's just a basis of human nature, sex and aggression. So if you feeding a very deviant sexual, you know, problem or situation, and you going to the extreme of going to a freaking island to hide what you're doing, why wouldn't you do that in the same thing when it comes to murder?
Yeah,
if that's your thing.
But
like you may not be a sexual deviant, but you are a deviant as far as that.
Because they don't need an island. They do them here. Look at Ted Bundy. He didn't need an island. He had America.
Yeah, you know, but Ted Bundy was a serial killer. I'm just talking about elite rich people that just have no conscience.
So they're not serial killers if they do that?
I mean, they are. They're a little bit more sinister.
They're just more organized
than a serial killer, because they doing it as a sport kind of. Like the serial killer is doing it to feed
I think to Ted Bundy, it was pretty much sport, and he was a sick person.
Yeah, I think to a degree. Yeah,
look at all the times he escaped.
Serial killers are, you know, trying to, you know, play along the fence and try to, you know what I mean? Like,
even
at
Jeffrey
first you
Dahmer.
don't know who he is, but then now he's revealing stuff that's getting you closer, and he's just like, I think, that's probably.
You don't think Jeffrey Dahmer was hunting people?
He was eating them, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the same thing. He just didn't have an island. He had Milwaukee.
Yeah, but I mean just as a group of people, though, as elites. You know what I mean? Not like just a regular person. You know what I mean?
But I'm saying it's the same thought.
Oh, yeah,
they're the same type of person.
Yeah.
It's just one has money, one doesn't have.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
And I mean,
so
I have
that
a lot more respect for the person that doesn't have money.
Keep it
like,
local.
Yeah.
You know? Keep your murders local. Don't go international.
Yeah, but you're right though. That same process. So now a person with money, with Jeffrey Dahmer had showed up to that island. Oh, like, oh yeah, we get to do what? And I can eat them.
Right. Well, then we say if you're gonna hunt it, you got to eat it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. You hunt it, you eat it.
You hunt it, you eat it.
Kill it, you eat it.
Buy local, kill local. Support your local community, people. That's what we're trying to say.
Your local butcher shops. That's basically what he had. It was a butcher shop.
But we're trying to say murder's bad. Don't do it.
Murder's bad. Murder's bad. Don't
definitely
don't
shoot any more CEOs.
Or don't unless you're defending yourself.
Especially the ones that really don't care about people and denying claims and poisoning our food. Don't do nothing to those people.
Yeah.
I care about them because I feel like they can change. They just need the right direction and therapy.
They just need a little Jesus in their life.
Little Jesus.
Little Jesus.
You know what I mean?
Jesus, not Jesus.
Yeezus. I don't know. Yeezy be on some shit too. That's the cloned Yeezy though. Anyways, my bad. I got off the subject.
That was good. That was good though.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Later.